start this live launch with Hunky Dory TV. The crafting captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign and we are now cleared for takeoff. In preparation for launch, please ensure all of your troubles and worries are properly stowed. You won't be needing those today. Our flight time will be a craft-filled 60 minutes or more, and the Hunky Dory crew are now ready for departure. At this time, we ask you to sit back, relax, and enjoy our video presentation. Live launch takeoff in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have live launch liftoff.
Good morning everyone and welcome to Hunky Dory Craft TV. My name is Natalie. Thank you for joining us for this live launch. Starting off February, oh my goodness. I'm so surprised at how fast it's gone. Personally for me this month, I still think we're still in January. It's quite crazy that we're there already, but it is February and we're starting it off in the right way with a live launch this morning. Joining me on today's show, over in the demonstration station, we have Rebecca.
Good morning.
I'm very excited for today's show.
Me too.
It's something that I really like to craft with. I think it's quite universal.
Definitely.
So you can use it for lots of different occasions.
Stash must have.
Yes, it is something that it's just good to go to and craft with. You can see it here, it's sneaking up already. It is our Duo Designs paper pad. So let's get into a little bit of chat before we show you how beautiful these three pads are in particular. So let's start off with our Win It Weekly. So this week's Win It Weekly is quite cool indeed. What you're going to receive is our Moonstone Dies Wheel Surprise. This is a really cool collection which actually makes up concept cards. They're really fun, great for kids. So you're going to get the die which allows you to create it. You're also going to get 4 different stamp sets which work alongside it to make some really cool cards. You've got sort of like the aeroplane there. We've got a gumball machine. It's super fun. You're also going to get the brads that you need to make this work all together. And we've got 3 winners this week. But if you want to be in with a chance of winning this week's competition, what you need to do is answer the following question, which is, what is considered bad luck during Chinese New Year? Is it A, wearing flip-flops, B, eating porridge, or C, whistling? Now, we established yesterday that I have no clue what the answer to this question is. Absolutely none at all. I can't understand why any of them would be considered as bad luck, but hey ho. Get your comments in for a chance to win this on Friday's show. So let's get straight into it. Here's a little VT of what is coming up. The very first of our 3 Duo Design paper pads. This is our Golden Memories and Handwritten Scripts. I think this is absolutely stunning. If you're someone who likes to make really quite quirky cards, someone who likes to sort of sit on the edge of rustic and maybe, you know, those cards where you layer everything up, you add your gilding flakes, you add different elements to your cards, this one's going to be perfect for you. I also think, and this might be a little bit, I'm getting there early, I also think it's quite a nice pad for Christmas time.
No, agreed, totally agreed.
It's really special. So let's have a look at this first. I'm going to show you the first side that we have for you. If you can kind of see, I'm going to try and get it in so you can see both sides of the pad in one go, because the idea behind these paper pads was to be able to give you 2-in-1, but 2-in-1 that works really perfectly together. So on one side you'll have these beautiful golden melodies which have a selection of sort of music paper with these beautiful birds on the sort of like within the designs. And then on the opposite page, we have a really nice handwritten script, that beautiful distress look in lots of different coordinating colours, but the artwork is really, really pretty. So the next one we have for you has the two little birds on there, maybe rustic Valentine's Day cards.
Oh, definitely.
With the birds on, you know, thinking of yous. It's going to be something that is really beautiful. But I think now you've seen a few of the different designs that you're going to get, you can see what I mean when I say it's quite a nice one for Christmas, because of that nice script text, and it's got this beautiful sort of like golden effect within that music sheets there as well, and just sort of the really nice sort of hidden elements that you get, because sort of like the birds and the bits and pieces that are in here are quite mysterious in a way. It's really, really beautiful. This is an 8x8-inch paper pad. It's got 48 double-sided papers, and you're going to get 12 different designs, of which you get 4 of each. So if you want to be quite creative with this, if you want to layer these up, if you want to create lots of different fun things, maybe do a bit of decoupage, then you have the ability to do that. But for backgrounds, for lots of different ways in which you can use this, it's going to be absolutely perfect. It's such a beautiful pad, and the card models that we have made with it are also really, really pretty. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's one that I really, really, really like, actually. I don't think it's going to be around for long. These paper pads went limited stock on Create and Craft yesterday, so if you want to get it, then get ahead of us right now and get on the website, get them in your basket, because we do not want any disappointed people. So let's have a look at some cards that you can make with this collection, and then we'll get over to Becca for our first demonstration. Look at this, just really simple, that sort of really rustic layering effect that I was talking of, adding those bits and pieces together, but then Emma's also utilised a little bit of decoupage on her birds here. It just stands up ever so slightly. I love the pearl gemstones on here. The touch of ribbon just really adds to it. And then that happy retirement from our Essential Book of Sentiments. So you can see by looking at these examples just how you can use sort of all your other elements that you've got, dyes, gemstones, your other bits and pieces, and you're going to be able to make some really, really pretty cards. I love all of the cards that were made by the team, so thank you to everyone who took part in this. Kelly, this one is really, really beautiful.
Oh, I love that.
With the birds on there, and then this one's stunning as well. Leanne, wow. Using your combos dies to create the big words, and just cutting it up and layering it differently, and sometimes that's all it takes. You can make the most beautiful but simple cards with items like this. So let's go over to Becca and we'll see what she's going to do in her first demonstration.
Oh, amazing. So I'm kind of kicking off this one with my sweet and simple ones, and then we've got some sort of fun and funky ones coming up. So yeah, we're kicking off with the Golden Melodies one, which I just absolutely love. It's a bit of me, this pad. I love to sort of get that scrapbooky, vintage, French style look to my cards and projects, so I just absolutely love it. I love the script font as well. It's romantic without being cheesy.
It's true.
So I picked a couple that I really like the look of. So the first one that I'm going to go with is and I'm sort of like making this like a more masculine card, because I think some of these scripts in the colourways are just stunning for sort of like men's cards. So the one that I've gone with is double-sided, as you can see. So it's the grey script font with the matching golden melodies. And even though that's grey, so it's quite cool coloured, and this one's warm, that bird just it just ties it all together, doesn't it? So we're going to use those. So I've got some sort of mats and layers. We're going to start with a 6x6. And we're just going to mat and layer some of these pieces up. So I've decided to use both the script and the melody. We're going to bring our birdie in. So do not worry.
We'll give you some good morning shout outs. Good morning, Tracy, Linda, Bethan, Jackie, Who else is joining us? We've got Kirsty, Patricia, Karen. Good morning to everyone. Karen says these papers are absolutely beautiful. Jackie says, I think I need to use my other Duo Tones paper pads first, but these look fantastic. Just buy them anyway, because when you've run out of using them, you're going to need some more. And we don't want you to be disappointed when you've used them and these ones are no longer available. I think our Duo Tones, Duo Design paper pads are the one thing that sort of sells out quite quickly here at Hunky Dory. They do not stick around for long. We've had so many really lovely sort of combinations that we've brought to you since we started these pads, and they are really, really popular.
Yeah, they really are. There's we get so many requests to do these as well, don't we? Lots of customer requests to do these.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just such a fun way. And as well, we do bring things like, and you'll see in a minute, like I've actually chosen to use the Paramount toppers with this as well.
Oh.
You know, sometimes, you know, if you don't, if you buy kits like that don't come with any backgrounds or whatever, and you struggle to, you know, think of backgrounds, these are just perfect. These are what I always go to first.
Yeah, they are. Whether you need just sort of like a grungier background or you need a certain colour, your Duo Designs paper pads will give you that, but with a really nice pattern on, so it just makes it a little bit more fancier.
Definitely.
Either these or your Adorable Scoreable are perfect sort of combinations to go with things like your Paramount toppers, or any concept card really.
Yeah, definitely. And again, the book of toppers, they were very popular. And sometimes like it can be hard to think of what to do for the background, especially if you're not really, don't have a lot in the way of like inks and pens and that kind of thing. It can be a bit tricky. So I'm just taking another sheet of this and I'm just going to fussy cut this bird with this flower. It's absolutely silky soft to fussy cut with. It's so nice. Really, really easy. Just my scissors just gliding through that. So I'm just going to cut these petals out and then just going in with that little bit of detail around the leaves and the bird there as well.
Wow, Shelley, this is a comment. She says, this is the first time where I'm in love with all 3 new pads. I think it's fair to say they are equally all as beautiful.
Yeah.
I can't wait to show you the next 2.
Yeah, me too. They're all stunning, aren't they? And they're so different from each other. So they complement each other, even though they don't, because it's just going to give you more potential. That, you know, if we've used a real variety of themes here, like this one, like you said, is more rustic. We've got ones that are a bit more like glamorous. They're just all really, really nice for your kit. So just. I love this bird. I think he looks so good on this paper. Okay. And then we're just going to pop him. We're going to pop him at the right-hand side with some, I think I'm going to raise that up actually and pop some foam pads. I'm just going to fussy cut it out and then I'm going to put it to one side and pick my topper that I'm going to use, though I think I've already 99% decided. But these are so easy to fussy cut out. They'd look great layered up. Obviously the decoupage ones that you showed Nat was so nice.
Yeah, they look really, really pretty. And you know, you don't have to decoupage up if you don't want to. You can sort of save another piece because you do only get 4 in these pads. It's just if you want to add that little bit extra touch that you can do it. Now, I'm not sure what size your brown layer is, Becca, but could you have cut that out of the same piece?
No, probably this is 5 by 5
okay,
and that's
so
6 by 6.
Sat over it.
Yeah, unless if you're really quite good at gutting your cardstock. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you could do actually. I think I've only used a separate sheet just kind of for the sake of time, but yeah, definitely you could. Brilliant. So I'm going to bring in my Paramount toppers, and I think I'm going to use this one with the sort of like gardening themed because I think it just goes really, really well. The colours are really similar as well, and I love the sentiments. And perfect, that's great. I might just cut that little corner off just so it doesn't look like it was trying to go all the way to the top and not. So I'm going to build up this topper, and you did the show with these, didn't you, last week?
Yeah, they are so simple to use, these Paramount toppers. They just add a little bit of something special to your cards.
Yeah.
Great value product for anyone out there.
Yeah.
Because they are so easy to make. There's so many different themes within them, which I think is great, but an amazing product for you guys.
Yeah, definitely. And this is the great way of using them, like with, and pairing them with backgrounds. They're just so fun to sort of do that with. Just mix and match and just see what, you know, what you like the look of and what goes really well. So I've just used some of our thin strip foam pads and I'm just going to start kind of building that up. It's really easy to just line it up. So I'm just going to pop that on there. And then, yeah, cute. And then just do the same thing with each layer of the Paramount. Yeah, these were really fun to work on. I really enjoyed them. And it's just one of those things that you know that you're just going to be able to just get out, you know, quick, easy 5-minute make. And like you say, the variety in here, you know, you're just going to be able to make cards for everyone. I do like this one though, because I really like, I'm a fair weather gardener though, Natalie. I'm not going to lie. In the winter, I do find it very difficult to get out there and sweep the leaves.
I think it's starting to get to a point where we can get out and get some gardening bits done if it's quite a nice day. It's still a bit cold.
Yeah, it
but
is.
We're getting to some days where you can, you know, maybe just clean up some areas of the garden. Maybe if you're someone who likes to grow plants from seeds, you can start doing that inside and getting really prepared for the year ahead.
Yeah, it's definitely exciting. I do try every year. I'm going to be less of a fair weather gardener, and it just never happens.
No.
Every year, I make these resolutions, and it just does not happen. Perfect. So I'm just gonna kind of doubled up with these strips, and then I'm gonna layer that up, pop the bird on and my sentiments, and that is our quick and easy one all done. I love how quick these are to do. They're great. There we go. So I'm going to sort of pop that on there, and then we're going to stick this layer down. I think I'm going to try and stick it down quite straight. Sometimes I like to do a jaunty angle because it's a bit more forgiving, but we're going to try and pop this one on nice and straight. So going in with my finger lift tape on this. But yeah, you could actually get this out of the same page. Like I say, you just have to sort of gut your cardstock a little bit. Okay. So I'm just going to put that sort of aligning towards the left. And I think actually with the script, now it's really easy to like line it up for your layers.
Oh yeah, it definitely will be.
Because the script goes in a straight line.
To follow, and you've got the music note lines to follow as well, so it will be a little bit handier, won't it? Yeah,
definitely. But as you were saying about Christmas, like I think it looks great. You see a lot of cards, you know, if you look online and on Pinterest and things, there's loads of cards that use sheet music, you know, like probably Christmas carols, but I think these, once you get your sort of Christmas dies on them and everything, they'd look perfect.
It would look really, really nice. Definitely one I'd be getting now and waiting for my Christmas card making.
Yeah, 100%. So I'm just going to sort of lay him gently on there, pop my sentiments on. I need some square ones actually for this. Here we go. Not quite. I want some of the, I've got that many foam pads in here, honestly. Here we go. So just a little square one in the middle of those. And then I'm going to pray that there's a card blank actually, because I haven't brought one in. So wishing you all the best. For a dear friend, I'm just going to line those up there. Oh, I love that card. And I'm just going to grab a card blank. If we got a 6x6 in here.
I have to do some fiddling.
I know, I'm going to have to go in this stash. There's definitely is one. Perfect. So just chop this one down. Because I think I could just show you it, but I think it deserves to be on a card blank. Okay, and I've put the tape already on. I was thinking of my future self. And then this just shows what you can do as a really nice, simple make, but that paper just does all the talking.
It's very, very nice. Probably quite possibly my favourite, but then there is some really, really nice ones coming up.
I know, I know.
But it is really, really pretty.
So that is my card, combining it with those Paramount toppers.
I absolutely love it. Lots of people in the comments do as well. And that is the first of our 3 duo design paper pads. Next up, we have this one for you. It's our delicate damask and soft marble. So I'll do the exact same thing I did before and try and show you both sides at once, just so we can get through this really quickly and then get back to Rebecca for her demos. So this one, you have that beautiful, I think I love the distress look about this damask as well.
Yeah.
So you've got really clean and then it sort of goes off, and then you've got that beautiful pink there in the background, which works perfectly alongside that one. Next up, this one is really beautiful. I'm not sure if you can see it, but you have lots of different colours scattered around here with that damask and more of a pale ivory colour.
It's like a vanilla ice cream.
It is. Wedding cards,
Yes.
I think that's going to look beautiful. Then we've got a lovely deep blue tone, again with those really nice sort of rustic edges with the blue in the background. These marble pages are going to work perfectly for kids cards, really fun cards, maybe stamping cards as well. Have you seen our downloadable Valentine's Day stamps on the website?
Oh,
then
yes.
get over to that, because these backgrounds will work perfectly. We've got the lovely pink there, and then I think this is a classic damask, isn't it, with the browns and the blues going into that blue marble. We've got a green one for you with more of a simpler damask pattern there with those lovely flourishes. We've got, this one's really nice. The damask in sort of like a section has glitter sort of elements running through it. It's really, really pretty. And then alongside that, you've got the purple. What else is up? We've got the brown here with a really nice sort of peachy background to go with it. Then we've got this more deeper blue with your reds in here. This again, I think would work perfectly with those Paramount toppers.
Yeah, definitely.
We've got some new decoupage books that are coming up. They're going to work really nice with them. They're coming up in the next couple of weeks here on Hunky Dory TV. And then this one's really nice. It's super, super rustic, this. It reminds me of sort of like abandoned big like houses where really old-fashioned Victorian ones where they've got all of these beautiful sort of wallpapers that have been damaged by like the season. That's what this reminds me of. It's really, really pretty. And then quickly, because we didn't really see the beauty of this, let's just run through that opposite side. So you can see there how all of these designs really work perfectly together and or separately. So that is your second one, our delicate damasks. And then I'm going to show you a card that has been made. This one's been made using some dies and one of the designs from our Hobbies for Him collection we launched last year. So any of the old stash you've got about from old collections really can work nicely alongside these collections. So Rebecca, what are we going to do next?
We are going to do a Pinwheel tower card, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to jump ahead of you and bring in a piece of mirri that we've got coming up.
because we do have some mirri.
Yeah.
It is a very special mirri.
It really is. So you're just going to get a sneak peek of one design, and I'm going to use the sort of this gorgeous damask pattern as well. Got some dies, got a few bits going on with this one. Okay, so. But I thought the mirri is, obviously the paper's not strong enough to do like any construction or anything, but the mirri is. So I thought that'd be a perfect one to go with. Okay, so what you want to do first is cut a piece of mirri down to 7 inches by 6.
Okay.
So it's really, really easy, but we're going to flip it over so that we don't put any like scores on the mirri. And then the measurements are so, so easy for this. So you score at 1, 2, 3, oops, and 4.
Okay.
So super, super easy. and then just give them like a good crease if they need any more. Obviously you don't want to be like really creasing your mirror too much because it's got that really nice strong pattern, and it's not quite as strong as Adorable Scoreable, but it's still sort of construction weight.
Yeah, I think because it has that sort of covering over the top of your mirror, it gives that extra bit of strength. So when you're constructing with it, that's where it sort of comes from. It's not the weight of the cardstock, it's that sort of really nice feel to the cardstock. But I think it's perfect for constructing.
Yeah, me too. So that's pretty much all we're going to need the scoreboard for, so we'll just move that out of the way. Yeah, it is, and obviously you want to be ginger with it. You don't want to be scoring it really hard, and that's why I've sort of decided to use the opposite side of the scoreboard. But, you know, if it's absolutely fine for construction, I think. Great to make sort of little projects like this. So I'm just going to pop some tape. You can use high tack if you want, which I should have done, but I've just gone in with my finger lift just because it was to hand. And then we'll just...
depending on how sort of much you're doing, I think as long as you've got the right amount of finger lift tape on,
yeah, I think
or
so.
sort of our regular tape, it will sort of give you the hold that you need.
Yeah, I think so. I've got a nice big piece all the way down from top to bottom, and I'm going to give that I'm just going to go in that tube there and just sort of like press it down really nice. Okay, so that's like the start of our pinwheel card, but obviously we need some more pieces. So if I just go in with my, okay. So then you need 3 more pieces, and I'll give you guys the measurements. So they are sort of 3 by 6 on the trimmer, so it's super, super easy to remember. And then you want 3, because obviously this one's already done for us. Perfect. I'm just going to bring in the one that I've just done as the practice, because I can never remember which way you lay them out. And you just lay them out just like a pinwheel shape. Yeah. So there should be a white and a pink on every side, but we're going to cover that up so it's fine. Yeah.
I suppose if you go opposite to the first one that's already set there, then once that's done, you can work out the rest of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's quite easy to do that. Yeah, like you said, you just go the opposite way round, definitely. Yeah, so I'm just going to put sort of like a piece of tape. I am actually going to switch to my red tape because it's just going to hold that little bit better. But these are just so fun to make. I might actually as well, once I've got all my tape down on the sides, I'm going to start matting and layering them as well. So going in with the Duo Design paper pad, I have done some mats and layers for these sort of bigger pieces. Now I've done them at 1/4 of an inch smaller so that you get that really nice. I know that you love to do that with your sort of mats and layers on pattern paper and things, just so you get that really nice edge.
Especially when this mirror is so beautiful.
Exactly.
It's absolutely glorious.
Yeah, exactly. You want to really cover it up the least amount possible, but show off the paper as well. So just sticking those on there. So like I say, I've just gone 1/4 of an inch shorter on each side. And then doing it now will just mean that when I come to construct it, it won't be as awkward to get the mats and layers on. Obviously, if you do it when you stood up, like you can do it when it's all stood up, but just making less hard work for myself now.
Jenny says these pads are great for backgrounds, thick enough to use with the dies. They're the go-to. I have every Duo pad you have ever made. Absolutely brilliant. These excel the previous ones. Love, love, love these today. Thank you. That's such a nice comment. And Jan says, I love that mirror. I wish I'd have put it in my basket. Give our customer service team a little phone call. Tell them that you want it. They'll add it to your order, and then you'll get them together. Definitely do that. And Gemma, I don't know how you're being good because these pads are beautiful.
Yeah, they really are, aren't they? They're stunning. I just love them so much. Perfect. So just going to double check our designs again. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, it's just a stunning. I'm so happy that I got to work on this. I think we've had a great week so far. The muddy paws yesterday.
So many really good things. In the last couple of 3 weeks in total, and it doesn't stop there. We've got a jam-packed month of launches in January.
In February.
In February.
You are
and it's gonna
determined
be
to
really
stay in
good.
January.
I know. I don't want it to go so fast this year.
Yeah, that's true. Last year just went crazy fast, didn't it? It was crazy. So I'm just going to stick that on there. Perfect. And then I'm just going to take the rest of these up, and then we can kind of get going like embellishing this really, because it's so nice. Oh no, I think I've, oh no I haven't. I haven't.
Because you didn't go opposite first. If you'd have gone opposite first, you would have.
I know.
More easily have worked it out, but you're going round.
We're going round.
Just as easy.
Yeah, and then this is our last one, isn't it? Perfect. Yeah, that's cool. Great. And then to cover up the white, I've done some more sort of like mirror patterns, and we're just going to leave those ones plain just to let it really, really shine. So I'm just going to quickly whiz some tape on these. Just because you can have the white showing, and if you want to pop an insert on one of these panels, that would look great. You know, if you want to actually write this as a card, you could definitely have one of these smaller panels as an insert. So these are sort of 2 inches because they are a little bit smaller once you get your like your panels together. Perfect. But I said the last one was a bit of me, but this one might be a bit of me too.
I think this one's more you.
Yeah.
The pink and the colours, it's definitely more Rebekah.
Yeah, it really, really is. Yeah, I do like my sort of rustic. I love a good script, a nice French script font though. But this one is the most me. These glamorous damask patterns and all the pretty colours, stunning. I'm just in love with it. I think I might actually have to get these for my personal stash. So just going round the pinwheel. Again, like I said, if you don't want to use your mirror, you can leave them white, pop an insert on. Maybe mix and match your patterns if you wanted to. It'd look pretty crazy, but I think in a good way.
Yeah, I think it would, because there are some beautiful different designs in that mirror pack. If you can't wait to see it live, then head over to the website hunkydorycrafts.co.uk. Have a good look on there because it is beautiful.
It really is absolutely stunning. So we've got everything on there. I think I just need to do one more little panel on this big one. So I'm going to go in at 2 3/4 by 5 3/4. Perfect. So we'll just stick that last little panel on. I think what I might do as well is I might bring the dies in with some of my little scrap. I'm pretty sure that's not a scrap. Rebekah, come on. And then I'm just going to just do a little bit of die cutting with this one. I should have some more mirror spare. Whoops. Tape doesn't want to come off today, Nat. There we go. So just put my last piece on there. Super easy to just butt it up to those edges as well. Lovely. And then I'll just trim this little bit that's just hanging over. But it's really easy to do that because you can just go around and sort of check.
Is that the first piece that you did all the score lines on?
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be. It just takes away that little bit of extra space, doesn't it, when you've got all those score pieces in. So just a little trim.
Just a little trim, nothing major.
Hide it away.
I had to trim the first one as well. It just happens, doesn't it? You just get that little bit of overhang, but you can't really tell. As well, what I really love about these Duo Design papers, and the little books are the same, it's just because of the like the weight and the finish of the paper. So easy to get your tape off. Perfect. Okay. So I don't think I have any mirror spare now, but it's okay. I've got some pieces that I've done earlier. So I've got loads of these hearts and scalloped circles.
Okay.
So I'm just going to sort of embellish. Like I say, I don't want to put too much on this mirror, but I just want to just pop a little,
Design
just
on
a little
each.
bit of a design, a little bit of an embellishment. So I'm going to find my square foam pads again, and then just pop these little hearts and these scalloped designs on there. I wish I'd have kind of done this ahead of time, but I'm quite glad I cut them all out ahead of time. You would not want to watch me cut out 12 of these.
So many people are joining us. Your mum says, I wonder if it will fit, if she'll fit anymore in her craft room. I'm not sure, because I can imagine that it's
This
very
is my
full.
mum?
Yep.
How rude. There's loads of room in there.
Anne-Marie says she's absolutely loving this. Good morning, Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie's working from home at the moment. We're missing her a lot.
We really are.
Shelley said the duo tones colour, the duo tones pads would have worked as well with that collection.
Yes.
Which I think is true. There's so many different colour varieties in there. You know, it's perfect for mixing and matching all of your different products. Debbie said the Muddy Paws for the love of masks are out of stock. Will we be getting any more? I'm not sure on the answer to that question. I think it has been asked.
Yeah, I know our team they're working on it, aren't they, to try, but we're not sure.
I'm not sure if we will be getting any more of those in.
Did you enjoy yesterday's demos, Nat, with the Muddy Paws?
I did. I absolutely loved it. The whole weekend was so much fun. It's such a wonderful collection. If you missed yesterday's show or any of the shows for our most recent products, then head over to our YouTube and you'll be able to find all of our shows on there, and you can watch back at any time.
Yeah, there really has. And we've definitely done loads of amazing. We've just had such a bumper January. I think February and even into March is looking exactly the same. So bear with us. Stay tuned. Okay, so I'm just coming to the last of my little hearts. And then I'm just going to pop these on all my panels. That's the thing with lots of little things like this. And this is why I quite like die cutting and fussy cutting in front of the television, because it's like, well, I'd be sat there doing nothing and get a bit ahead of the game.
Get all your bits and pieces ready.
Yeah, I love to craft whilst watching television. It's just the best. I feel like I'm having downtime and getting ahead. So I'm just going to pop one little foam pad just on these, just to get this sort of all finished and looking beautiful. So I've decided to put sort of three little trio of these scalloped hearts on here. I think they look so beautiful, marrying up the mirror and the pattern.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna.
It looks really nice.
It's looking good, isn't it? They look very, very cute. This is definitely a very me project. So thanks for indulging my like super pastel girly side.
Oh, Anne-Marie's answered the question for everyone. We're getting the masks and the MDF shapes back in stock.
Yay! The MDF shapes, yeah, they went as well.
Exciting. Make sure that if you haven't got them and you're wanting to get them, I'm sure we'll do a back in stock for you when they're available. So you're going to be able to really get everything you wanted from that collection. Catherine said it was her birthday on Saturday.
Oh, happy birthday.
I got a whopping Hunky Dory voucher, so Muddy Paws will be going in her basket. Happy birthday. There's so many things I'll be adding.
Oh, I know.
Hold on to that voucher, don't spend it all at once. There's some good stuff coming up.
I watched, speaking of birthdays, I watched a programme, I watched This Is Us the other week, and apparently you share your birthday with 18 million people.
It's crazy that, isn't it?
Yeah. I couldn't believe that. I was like, well, obviously there's like 7 billion people, but still 18 million people have the same birthday as you.
It's crazy.
Just on the last few hearts now, and then we'll finish it there. You can add any sentiment on here. I was going to go with my on the edge ones, but I don't have any mirror left.
Aww.
So maybe I'll finish that and pop it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Because I think it would look so good with just an on the edge sentiment just here.
That would be quite cute.
Yeah, so let's...
Edge. You could do it on every edge, couldn't you? You could make your whole card like a full, like when you spin it round, you get the whole happy birthday with love.
Best wishes. Yeah, because you get 5, so you'd easily be able to do that. Oh my goodness. Well, that's an idea that I will be stealing.
You can do that.
So I will finish this card after Facebook. And yeah, I think that sounds great. And I'll get that posted for you guys. Last little heart here, just showing what you can do. I've got so much love for our nesting dies. These are just our everyday, core, essential nesting dies. Okay, right, let's get my tape out of the way. And let's give it a little spin. So this is my Pinwheel spinner card, every side in that beautiful mirror and delicate
Looks
damask.
very cute. It looks really, really good. And you could do that with any of our pads that we've shown you today on the show. I'm going to show you that mirror. I'm going to jump to that mirror now and just show you because there is some beautiful design. So let's get to the one that Rebekah just crafted with. That is this beautiful pink marble effect. Now, if we just move this out the way, then we will get a clear sort of image of this design. It's beautiful. You've got those glistening sort of glittery effects in there. You get 10 each of 3 designs in this pack. So this is the first one. The second one we have for you, there we go. Now we've got a white bit of paper underneath. You can really see the colours shining through.
Oh yeah.
This one's more of that bokeh effect that we all know and love from our stamping and using our inks that we try and create so beautifully. Well, you've got that in Miri here and it's absolutely stunning. So 10 sheets of that one, and then finally we have this one. This one just reminds me of like the Northern Lights, but unicorn themed. It's incredible. Those pinks, those purples, those blues, they just melt into each other to create the most gorgeous backgrounds and images that you can use on your cards. This one's going to be perfect for all those cards that you're making for your little princesses in the family, maybe family friends. They are going to love these cards because they sparkle and shimmer and shine. They're going to love crafting with it as well. It's £11.99 for your rainbow iridescent rainbow Miri card special, so make sure you're adding that to your basket. And then finally, our last duo design pad is our Hidden Galaxies and Starry Night. So let's have another flick through this and we'll be able to show you all of the amazing designs in here. So on one side you have these real mix of galaxies. On the opposite side you have the beautiful stars in here. For people who are really into their star signs and sort of making things in that sort of respect, this is going to be really nice. Absolutely beautiful. I also did think as well, it reminds me of loads of like resin projects that you see. So if you were sort of making things with resin and then on the base of it popped in some of this design, it would look really, really pretty, and it would save you the time of sort of mixing all of your colours and trying to create this yourself by just popping that in. It's absolutely beautiful. It comes in a range of different colours. Look at that.
I love that. You've got
that
the purple, pink, black. It'll go with everything.
Wow, this is incredible. Those beautiful gold tones. Oh my goodness, look at this one. I love how the light sort of comes through the clouds in these sections and really brings it to life. It's so pretty. One of those nights where you're in sort of like the middle of nowhere and you can see all of the stars just shining. That's what this one reminds me of, actually.
Very pretty.
Gorgeous colourways, beautiful designs. It's absolutely stunning. That one as well in the green.
Yeah, I love that you get the mix of like that. Like those are almost like photographic, and then the other ones are like really whimsical. I love that.
Really nice. So pretty. Absolutely gorgeous. These are incredible. Hidden Galaxies and Starry Nights paper pad, £9.99. You've got both sort of designs in one, as you do with all of ours. Do we have them on a multi-buy as well?
Yes, we do.
We do. You can save the price of one by getting them on our Duo Paper Pads bundle. It's £19.98, so you're getting one for free, which is really, really good. And then some of the cards that you could be making with this, this really nice one here that Steph made using some of her nesting dies. Add in some glittery gemstones for dimension on that one. This one has been created. Kelly's used her image from her Memorable Moments little book in there. This one's really beautiful and simple that Kat has made, just using that to be the centre section of our card. And then we've got this really fun one using your dies again that Kelly made as well. There's been so many really nice designs and ways of showing you how to use these from the team. So thank you to our external design team for some of those amazing cards. And then finally, all that's left to do is head over to Becca for our final demonstration of the day.
One last demo. I've really enjoyed these today. Really enjoyed them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another little funky fold. We've got the die cutting machine ready. So I've got one of
from our core, isn't it?
It is. So this is the Ocean Deep one. This is from the Brights collection. And I think I've had the same sort of ideas as some of the other guys on the design team to use it with our stars nesting dies. So I'm showing a lot of love for the nesting dies today, but I think
it just proves how essential they are to your card making.
Yeah.
And how well they work with absolutely everything.
Yeah.
They are a real sort of essential to have in your stash. I think when I'm at home and I don't have one, I get really upset because I need it, and there's no other way I can't.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no other way I can create that shape. I need my
You need
nesting
them.
die.
I know. I was working from home a little bit last week, and I missed some of the ones that I'd left here.
It's very sad.
Yeah, I think they're just so useful. So I'm just going in with my die cutting machine. Obviously, Adorable Scoreable is quite strong, so you do need to get your muscles into gear. You can kind of feel like how strong that is, and I might just give it one more pass. It did do okay in the pass on my desk, but it behaves on my desk and never in here.
Yeah,
Okay.
when you're sort of doing this, whether you're doing it with Adorable Scoreable or Ink Me, 2 passes is always the safest option, because remember, you're going through 2 lots of 350 GSM. That's 700 GSM that you're expecting your die cutting machine to cut through, and it will do it, but sometimes it just needs that little bit of extra help.
Yeah, it does. So that's cut out perfectly for me there. So let's get going. So we're going to make this into a sort of star-shaped easel card, because I just think it just looks so pretty and so, I don't know, like glamorous. So I'm just kind of, I'm going to just little mark here and here, because that's where I'm going to want to score. So we'll bring our scoreboard in. Perfect. And again, like, I actually was able to kind of whip this up last night at home on the mini scoreboard, the Pinwheel card as well, because it's 6x6. Again, that works on the Pinwheel one as well, on the mini scoreboard, sorry. So if you don't have the big one, you can do all these on the mini. So I'm just going to pop my little score on there. And I'm going in with quite a good crease, and I'm going to just burnish that. And because of the shape of the star, it does lean quite, it just sits
straight.
Really nicely, yeah. Okay, so I've die cut another few bits here. Let's just have a look. Yeah, because you'll want another one just to cover up that white. So that's perfect. So I'm just going to cut that just there, and then we'll stick this one just on the top, just so that it's all nice and all marries up really, really nicely together. So let's get some tape on that and stick that down. Yeah, just another way to use your sort of like core essentials as well. I absolutely love multicoloured card blanks. I think they're so nice. Obviously, I love white as well, but
it kind of saves your layering up sometimes as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Saves your cardstock for other uses. So instead of having to cover up those white edges that you've already got your colour down. So as long as you find one that coordinates with what you're trying to create, then you're going to be able to sort of make those cards perfect every time.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm just going to lay that just on there, making sure that I get most of those edges. And then there we go. And then again, you can just trim off any white that's showing. Just got one little thin edge that I'm too picky for my own good, really. I'm just going to just trim that just ever so slightly. There we go. Okay. So perfect. No, it's not. I'm gonna have to trim that other one. It's my own fault. I'm just way too pedantic.
If you were at home, if you were doing it in your own time, you would have been able to line it up perfectly.
Yeah.
Speedy crafting sometimes is not helpful crafting.
No, I know, but we can always, you know, we can always trim. Okay, so, and then I've gone in with my sort of ocean deep, and I've used the, I've skipped one nesting die to give a really nice big edge. So I'm going to get that stuck down as well, but I just need to do a tiny bit more die cutting. And this is where we're going to bring in our paper pad, because we want all those gorgeous, gorgeous patterns from the Starry Nights section. Okay, so I'm just going to get my die off my card blank because I'm going to need that. Cool, I'll just pop that there. And then I know the colour that I want. That one would work really nicely as well, but I think I'm going to go in with...
Loads of people have added these to their basket, so well done to you if you have got these, because they are going to add so much to your crafty stash and your ability to make some beautiful cards.
Oh, definitely.
With all of these designs. Gemma says, fab demos of always. I haven't done die cutting in ages. Get your dies out.
Get your dies out.
Get your dies out. Die cutting. Sometimes it is something that you do a lot of. Sometimes it's something you do not that much of. I don't think I've done a lot in a while, actually.
Well, we've had a lot of paper craft collections, haven't we?
We have, and sometimes they don't lend themselves as well to sort of your die cutting. But with collections like this, it's really fun to sort of experiment with the different types of cards that you can create.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it's just really nice, and I think, and the ones that I have chosen to use as well, you know, like I've kind of thought about it, you know, like I've chosen ones that are always in stock, nice core essential ones. So I'm just going to wiggle that round because I kind of want that to be a really nice frame. I'm just going to check that it fits on the plate as well. And then I'm just going to whiz that through. And then I kind of want to be a little bit more delicate with this because it's not as strong as Adorable Scorable. I don't want to lift this tape off and like rip all my stars. Okay.
So I've stuck there in the centre,
It's
isn't
just
it?
stuck in my die, yeah. It's just caught on a little squidge of tape. Yeah, here we go. Oh, and this one. It's being very naughty. Right, let's just get this off. There we go. Okay. And then my low tack tape is just sticking to everything. So we want some red tape just around the edges. So I'm just going to go in with my really, really thin one. Possibly use glue for a bit of speed on this one.
Construction glue.
I wonder if I've got, or maybe my purple glue stick might work for this, because it's quite light paper. So just gonna and I know Kat actually loves to use her glue stick
with these, with sort of really thin edges, because this glue, it goes on purple but it dries clear, which means that if you've got sort of loads of really thin, delicate areas, especially with small die words and stuff like that, then you can glue them like this. And it doesn't necessarily matter where the glue goes, because once it's dry, it will become clear.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm just got a little bump that I'm just gonna get off. There we go. And then, yeah, the rest of it does dry clear. It's so nice. You don't need a lot of it. I think I've possibly put a bit too much on there, but it's really, really, really simple to use.
And when you've got dies like this and you're trying to do what Rebecca's doing, it just gives you that extra wiggle time.
Yeah, it does.
Which is important, because you want to make sure that it's sort of like on there straight and looking quite nice. So having that extra time sometimes is a lifesaver.
Oh my goodness, it really is. I think I'm really glad that I actually ended up choosing to do this, because I think I've kind of needed this sort of time to just get it perfect and really, really nice, because it's just going to give it that little bit of extra kind of polish. So I'm just going to pop that to one side just whilst I kind of let it stick. Perfect. And then I'm just going to wipe my hands before I move on. So we've got this one that was left over, so we're just going to stick that in the middle.
And that's the perfect size because
it's
the inside.
Yeah, exactly. This and you know, it just means that this isn't left over for another project. Let's get it used now. I save loads and loads and loads of scraps, and I forget about them, you know. I'm totally guilty of doing that.
Got lots of, if you're watching and you're thinking, what are people talking about right now in the comments? It is our Win It Weekly competition question. You could be within the chance of winning our Moonstone Dies Wheel surprise cards. There's going to be 3 winners, and the answer you need to comment is the answer to this question. What is considered bad luck during Chinese New Year? Is it wearing flip-flops, eating porridge, or whistling? So like, share and comment on this video or any video this week to be in with the chance of winning.
It's very exciting. We're not just late for breakfast or having like the world's biggest porridge eating, flip-flop wearing contest. Yeah, I think it's I think it was Lunar or Chinese New Year yesterday, you know.
I think it's a whole week of celebrations.
I know
that some of our suppliers over in the Far East, we have to work around sort of this week in particular because, you know, they're off celebrating their Lunar New Year, which is, I think it's quite nice actually, especially at the end of January to have something to celebrate.
Something to look forward to, definitely. So let's get this stuck on here. Again, I might just go in with my construction glue, just for the sake of speed, really, more than anything. So I'll just pop that on there. And then because of the stars and everything and the shape of it, it does, like I say, it does sort of stop quite nicely by itself. It's just because of those 2 points. Just going to pop a little bit of glue just on the bottom of here to get that stuck down. And then I'm going in as well. I noticed that a lot of the design team had used the Essential Book of Sentiments.
Yep.
So I thought I was going to go in with that actually. So because I've used Adorable Scoreable, the Essential Book of Sentiments matches perfectly. So I have brought it in, it's here. Mine is so well loved, I've broke the binding. Don't tell me off, guys.
I think everyone's gets like that.
Yeah, exactly. So I know exactly which one I'm looking for, like colour-wise, because it just matches the Adorable Scoreable absolutely perfectly. Yeah, so it's this page here, the Ocean Deep. And I think I'm going to go with this Well Done You Passed because it's got the little stars on it.
That's good.
So I'll pop that on with a foam pad and then I think we might call it there. I don't think it needs anything else. It's just so cute, that little bouncy little star.
It's a really good demo to show off just how you can use your nesting dies in a completely different way because you can create card blanks from all of those amazing shapes that you've got.
Definitely.
Don't forget about that because it's an essential really, and it utilises those dies in another way which is completely different, but also it allows you to create some really fun shaped cards quite quickly as well, which is always the best. We don't like to have to spend ages measuring things out, and especially with shapes like stars or fancy labels, it can really take quite a while. So having that ready to go super quickly, it's perfect.
Yeah, I think so. So I'm just giving it that one last little trim just before it's all ready to go. Again, it would look really cute with maybe some gemstones on the bottom. I'll just maybe see if I've got any gold ones to hand. Yeah, we do. They're at the top. And then I'm just going to probably just kind of dot them in the corners here. Just the tiny little dinky ones. I'm just going to go round. Might just use my smaller little pokey thing. Perfect. They're quite small, these ones, aren't they?
They're little tiny ones.
Yeah. So I'll just use one more on here. Just so you can see that one at the back. And then give it a really nice, good sort of bounce on there. And that is my star-shaped easel card.
I love that one. I think it's my favourite.
Really?
Yeah,
oh,
I
thanks,
really
Nat.
like it. It's really, really cool, and it just looks so nicely with all those coordinating elements. And you can find all of those on our website. You'll be able to go onto the banners. Today's banner will have our Duo Designs paper pads on, so it's easy for you to find them. But if you want any of those core products as well, if you just pop in Hunky Dory Core to the search bar, I'm sure all of those fantastic coloured card blanks will be there for you, and you can purchase them today as well. What do we have left to share with you? Okay, so our Super Savers actually ends this Sunday. We launched it last week, and there were so many amazing deals. So let's have a look at what is still available for you to get. Our Matastic pattern packs are half price, so you can get any of our Matastic Adorable Scoreable for now £3.99. That's an incredible price. Where was I when we launched these? Because I don't think I've seen these. What's up next? We've got our Prism watercolour pencils, and you get the handbook included for only £24.99. If you're using those pencils, you're going to need this. It's our Prism pad of watercolour card. This is our A5 pack. You're going to get 60 sheets there for £6.99. And if you like to craft with a larger sheet, then we've got our A4 pad for you, which is completely exactly the same. You get 30 sheets, obviously it's double in size, for £6.99 as well. And then these are a must if you're going to get those pencils. These are our Trio water brushes. They are really, really good to use because you can sort of manage the flow of the water in the pens.
So
and they're
fun.
£5.99.
So fun, and they're so easy as well.
They really are. Then we have our Prism brush markers. This is our ultimate collection where you're going to get all 4 of the original colours and the handbook. That's now only £34.98. And then our stamping press. If you got those Muddy Paw stamps, this is something that you will need. If stamping is something you want to get into this year, I would get this in because it's going to save so many sort of mistakes when you're learning. It's going to make you feel better about being a bit more confident about your stamping as well. So our stamping press is now £24.99. Then we have our little books. Again, I think these are these our Matastic ones as well. So all of our Matastic little books, again, half price, £4.99. And then to jazz up your cards, our amazing Gilding Flakes bundle. You get 3 parts gold, silver and copper for £5.99. And finally, this one was asked for. We have a selection of foam pads. You can get them for £8. And this time we have also included our 1mm foam pads. So make sure you get online, because if 1mm foam pads is something that you use quite a lot, then we have that bundle for you. All of those offers end on the 6th of February, so do not miss out. I think that's all we have to tell you. Pauline has a brand new launch tomorrow on Create and Craft, so make sure you're tuned in. She's going to be showing you the brand new box mag, and she's also going to be showing you our Decoupage Rocker concept card collection. So don't miss Pauline on Create and Craft tomorrow. And next up, Rebekah and Kat are going to be here for another Wednesday Wonder Show, so do not miss out. Have an amazing rest of your day, and we will see you here tomorrow at 10 a.m.